So my direct experience, right? Let me share my direct experiences because I have a few.
Yeah.
So my first experience, do you remember that movie that came out, which was, it was just, it was like hot, really like overdone movie, but it was, that girl, she was in the wheelchair and she was talking kind of funny and she was supposedly telling her story. And it was like, what was it? Encounters of the fifth kind, no, Encounters of the sixth kind, I think, or something like that. And she was like, and it's at a table, and supposedly it's like they're interviewing her. She's like, and she talks like
Oh.
that. Do you remember? Do you remember what that was? And like she tells her
Oh, I
story.
can tell you right now, hearing that's probably something I was like, nope.
Okay,
So,
well, I didn't buy, like, when I first saw just a small clip of it, I was like, oh my god, that's like so made up, But they were trying to like throw it out there like it was a real story, but
yeah.
2 weeks before that, 2 weeks before the fourth kind, yeah. Well, there's, yeah, maybe the Encounters of the Fourth Kind, because I know it wasn't the Steven Spielberg one where the guy, what's his face, went up to the mountain. It's not that one. This was like just in the last like 10 or 15 years. Um,
But I think there was a movie called Just the Fourth Kind
yeah. Oh, it might
in
be.
2009.
Yep, that's it.
And it does, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. The Fourth Kind. Okay.
So
Yeah.
so 2 weeks before I saw that, because I didn't even want to see it, I thought it was stupid. Just by the
Mhm.
sample that I saw, and I was like, okay, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
I had a dream, and in the dream, I was outside somewhere. There was it was like an environment. It's funny because it was like a tent or a party, or people were there for some reason, and I was sitting there, and I was just sitting on this like recliner type thing. And I almost feel like it's my chair, but I was sitting there,
Mm.
and I was just watching everybody and just watching what was going on. And I look to my right, and I look, and there is an owl there, just an owl, a white
Mm.
owl with big eyes. And I was like, oh, how pretty, And for me, owls are very symbolic of spiritual energy and spiritual, creatures, because
Yeah.
it's kind of like the in between. So I was like, okay. And then as I watched the owl, then it changed, and it was a gray alien, and it turned into a gray alien,
Mm.
and it was just staring at me, and I was staring at it. I was like, okay. And I just thought that was a weird dream. And then I woke up. That was it. That literally was all that I remembered about that dream.
Mhm.
Fast forward to 2 weeks later, I'm watching that movie, The Fourth Kind. And apparently one of the ideas in the movie is that people were being abducted by a race of aliens. And right before they would be abducted, they would have these dreams where they would see an owl, and they would
Oh
see an
no.
owl at their window, or they would hear an owl, or see an owl, and then it would actually turn into, like, it was a gray alien. And so
Mhm.
when I saw that, I was like, what the hell? I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone, because I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell was going on, or what was that about? I didn't understand what the hell that could mean. So I never understood that, and I kind of didn't go anywhere with that. Like, that didn't go anywhere for me. It's like, okay. So then some time went by, and then I had another experience not that long. I want to say this was maybe late last year. And I think this was right
Mhm.
before the holidays. And I had another dream. And in that dream, I was in the bedroom, and there was a craft outside the window of our house. And what's interesting
Mhm.
is in my dream, it was as if I was right there outside looking at it, but I also knew I was in my bed. So that didn't make any
Mhm.
sense to me. And it was shining light down, and kind of at a slight angle, but it was there, and it was just perfectly still. But it was just a dream. I don't know. I don't remember it as a like actual experience. I just remember that. And that was it. But I drew a picture of it, and actually I forgot to like load it here. Actually load it here. And it's gonna look crazy, y'all, but that's okay. Y'all will forgive me. But that was another dream, and I don't know what that is either. But it was pretty interesting, the craft. And I drew a sketch of the craft afterwards. I didn't share it on social media. I didn't share it online because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. But it was an interesting dream. So
Okay. Oh. Oh yeah.
yeah. So it's almost like it's like a cylinder, and it had like these,
Mhm.
I don't know if they were windows or they were just like these panels that went sideways. And apparently they were like almost like a bluish color. I don't know if they were lit or not, but it felt like they were lit, but it had this bluish color. And then the bottom, there was
Mhm.
this light that was kind of like a yellowy light that was just shining there. And it was
Mhm.
just there. It was just like literally like right there in my dream, just sitting there. And then it was gone. Like, it just like vanished or disappeared in my dream. But I don't remember I don't remember interacting or engaging with it in any way.